everybody. Hey, y'all. It's me, Delores, the pastor's daughter. How are y'all today? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hope everybody's doing well. As you can probably hear, I'm still a little stuffed up, okay, because for the past week, I have been sitting in this dark, she shed, okay, like self quarantined and all of that because we went on a cruise about 2 weeks ago and came back. Well, we were fine when we came back, but like some days later, ended up getting sick. Turns out, people on the cruise got COVID. We got COVID when we got back, child. So, child, I've been wrestling with this stuff for the past like week and a half. Well, actually, it's been more like a week. I started having like some light symptoms, and then it just kind of like went full force. So like 2 days ago, I went to the clinic, got tested just to make sure it was out of my system and all of that. It was out of my system. I wanted to make sure I wasn't contagious or anything like that. And I also went in to see if they could give me something to just kind of knock this out because like you're not supposed to be having these symptoms like forever, honey. Okay. Like it's supposed to get a little bit better. But it didn't seem like it was getting better. So I had to go ahead and go to the clinic. They gave me a Z pack and some cough syrup. So that's what I've been taking for the past couple of days. And it's been getting better. Like I feel better. I just don't really sound all that great. Plus I have my Invisaligns in. So I know that's going to, make my speech even more distorted. But y'all just bear with me, okay? Because I'm not going to be before you long. I just wanted to go live because I got something in the mail today. What did I get in the mail today? I got my degrees in the mail. Now, okay, let me just say this, okay? Now I've already earned these degrees. I've been earned these degrees, okay? But the probably like a month ago, I decided I wanted to display them, because I hadn't had my degrees displayed. So I wanted to display them. And I went to go look for them and I cannot find them anywhere. Now, I have 2 master's degrees and, of course, a bachelor's degree, right? I can't find any of them, which means that they're all together, right? So the last time I saw them had to be like in 2017 when I was looking for a job. That was the last time I was looking for a job. And I haven't seen those degrees since. And y'all, I feel like I've torn the house apart, but I really haven't. Like when I really think about it, I don't know how hard I've really looked, but I feel like I looked hard enough, right? And I still couldn't find them. So I went ahead and just ordered some new degrees. And I don't really care about the bachelor's degree. I just wanted to display my master's degree. So I got those in the mail today. And I figured I would go live and talk about it since, I probably should let you guys know what my education is in and what my credentials are, like what gives me, the right to talk to you guys about the stuff I talk about, So I figured, child, wait a minute. Why is it only one in here? Child, I wonder if they're going to send them separately. They only sent me one. Okay, so we got one degree today, okay? We got my first one. This was the first one. This is my Master of Public Administration. Y'all see that? Master of Public Administration. You know what probably happened? No. I didn't even have this last name they changed my last name on here for me. Oh, you guys. That was so sweet. I guess it was a good thing that I lost the original one, huh? Because now I have this one with my new last name on it. Oh, you guys. That's so sweet. That's so special now. I'm gonna let my husband know, honey. They changed my name on here for me. Okay, so I got this one in. And you guys, this was my first degree. Master of Public Administration. And it was a minor in business. And let's see, I got this degree. When did I get this degree? August 2008. That's when I graduated. Oh, August the 8th. The 8th day of August. You guys, I graduated one day before my birthday in 2008. What did I do? Did I celebrate? Child, because I would have been celebrating a degree and a birthday, and I would have been turning 28. So I turned 28 that year. Yep. And then the following year, you guys, I went in the military. So I already had a master's degree before I went into the military, right? So I had this degree already. Um, and then when I got out of the military, I got another degree, another master's degree, and that one is in in clinical mental health counseling. Excuse me, y'all. In clinical mental health counseling. So that's the one that's not in here. But I don't know. I guess I need to call them or something and see what. Oh, I'm missing one. I hope they didn't send it separately, child, because that's a whole waste of postage. But whatever. Anyways, so I just pulled this. I pulled this out when I was looking for my degrees. This was my like I only decorated my cap one of my graduations, and it was my last master's degree. And this is a scripture that God gave me. Golly, I don't even know how many years ago, y'all. It has to be like 20 plus years ago at this point. I think I was probably like in my late teens, maybe early 20s when God gave me this scripture, Ephesians 3:20. And it's God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all, okay, because you got to say the all part, you got to say it with emphasis, okay, all, okay, that we can ask or think according to the power that worketh in us. So that's the scripture that God gave me, and I decided for my last degree my last graduation, that I wanted to decorate my cap. So I'm going to display that as well. It's going to be displayed over here. You guys will see it in my videos when I start doing videos over in this area. I've been just kind of like getting some other areas together because I want to do some story times, but I don't want to like sit up at the desk and do them because I mean it's just not comfortable. So I'm thinking I'm gonna sit over in my recliner, like a good auntie should, because I'll be giving auntie realness for real, for real. So I'm gonna sit over there in my recliner like a good old auntie and give y'all this good wisdom, honey, that I have learned over these 40. How old am I? Y'all, I will be 44 this year. I'll be 44 in less than a month. My birthday is August 9th. So just so y'all know, okay, y'all can go ahead and get yourselves, together, okay, get prepared, okay, to behave yourselves accordingly, okay, act accordingly for your girl birthday, okay. So y'all, let me tell y'all about this here cruise, honey, okay. Because listen, okay, so this is the frame that my mom got me. This is actually for my last master's degree. She got me the frame. She asked me what I wanted for graduation, and I never had one of these, so I was like, oh, let me get that frame with this picture of the school. This is like one of our main buildings on campus. And I used to work in this building too. And I used to work in the admissions office. So, but I'm gonna take this out. I'm not gonna take it out right now until I get my other degree. In fact, I should probably wait until I get the other one before I put it in. Before I put this one in. Why does this look like it won't fit? Look at that, y'all. Like this thing is barely gonna fit in there. Did they do this on purpose? Come on, JSU, get it together. Y'all see that? Like that's barely gonna fit. I might as well just tape it on there. Anyways, so but I'm gonna make it look good. It's gonna work. Okay, it's gonna work. But so y'all, let me tell y'all about this cruise. Okay, so we went on a family reunion cruise. We always do it like, well, since me and Phil met. This is Phil's side of the family, right? So, we had a family reunion cruise, and we always do it around the 4th of July time period, right? We've decided like a couple years ago, few years ago, that we was gonna do it every 2 years. Well, this was like just before me and Phil got married. I think the family decided on doing it every 2 years. So every 2 years we have a family reunion. So obviously we just had one. So in 2 years we're gonna have another one, and we have the next one, y'all. It's gonna be super lit because it's gonna be pretty local. Most of the families from Gaston. So we're gonna have and it's gonna be the 50th anniversary of doing family reunions. I believe for like this bunch of the family. So So in 2 years, we're gonna have the 2 year, the next one, which is gonna be the 50th year anniversary. We're gonna have that one in Gaston. Actually, no, it's gonna actually technically be the 51st year, but it's gonna be in light of the 50th year. Okay. That's irrelevant. Okay. But anyway, so we went on a cruise this year. And obviously, it's gonna be tough because, the families all ages. Not everybody is going to be, good with a cruise. Not everybody likes being on the water, especially Black people, because we have a history of not, being able to swim and stuff like that. I know that factors in. I can't swim myself, child. It took me forever to start cruising, but I started cruising last year. I did one last year, and then this year I've already done one and have another one scheduled. So, like, at this trajectory, I'm gonna have to do 3 next year. Okay. I'm not gonna do 3 next year, okay? Because that's crazy. But I actually enjoy cruising. This past time I did get some sickness, but you guys know this was during the time when what is it, Byron, something like that, whatever. This last storm that just came through, whatever his name is, made the waters a bit choppy. Plus, y'all, somebody died on the cruise, y'all. Somebody had to be defibrillated. And y'all know the defibrillator is like, oh, that the one where it's like all clear, like, oh, and they shock you, child. Woo! Honey, hold on, let me get my pants, honey, because it was so traumatic. Okay. Then somebody died on the cruise. And then this was when we were in, were we in Belize, I think? Were we in Bimini, not Belize. We didn't go to Belize. To Bimini. I think it was when we were in Bimini at the time. And somebody died, right? And then we couldn't leave. No, we were in Nassau, I think. And we couldn't leave on time, right? Because the person had to like get off and go, I think, to like the local hospital or whatever, child. It was a whole ordeal. Okay. So then once we finally got going again, I think we had to make up time, y'all, because it seemed like maybe the ship was going a little faster than normal and we had to make up time. And then because of the storm too, I think that water got real choppy because like that night, everybody was like, oh my God, I feel the ship. And everybody was like just feeling, and there was like a couple of times it almost felt like, like you were kind of losing your footing a bit because of how that sway was. And I really think that that's kind of what like made a lot of people feel a little queasy, a little, motion sick on that cruise. Now you guys saw me. Well, my Facebook friends saw me before the cruise. I put on the scopolamine patch, and I get that prescribed to me. Like before I go on a cruise, I just call my doctor's office and be like, hey, I'm about to go on a cruise. I need you guys to hook me up, okay? Because your girl don't need to get sick. And I, tend to get sick. It's, because I have fibromyalgia and lupus. So, stuff affects me a little bit differently than everyone else. And so I got my patch, put that thing on before, like maybe an hour before we actually got on the ship. And then, so I felt like I was good to go, but I still had some moments where it got me, that motion sickness got me. And then, some other people, other family members ended up getting that motion sickness like right away. And then some people got it like a little bit later on. And then some people got it like after we got off the ship, and they was like still feeling that sway and everything. But I think overall, I'm going to just say that this trip was a success, right? And I'm going to say it was a success because we had over 60 family members there. And I feel like just for that reason alone, it was a success. Okay. Now, y'all know it was a family reunion, so it was not free of drama. There was plenty. Okay. There was plenty of drama, plenty of little light shade, plenty of little, sneaks here and there, that you see like, little dynamics in the family. And because, I'm not, I guess I'm a new member, of the family, so to speak, even though it's been like almost 8 years since me and Phil's been married, there's still people in the family I haven't met, I mean, obviously. And so I noticed like, just little nuances like that. But, I mean, Phil probably does too. He probably knew about some of this little, this little drama in the family, long before I ever came along. But, I think it was a success just for the simple fact that we, got so many people to show up, and to participate. And sometimes it was hard, like, like getting everybody together, but like, whenever we were together, like it was just all good. It was laughs, it was like catching up, it was, you know, um, sharing things about each other we didn't know. Like, for example, I shared this story over dinner, you guys. I'm gonna tell you, okay? And look, I don't want to hear no mess now. I want y'all to let me know. Whoever tries this, y'all better let me know. Okay. So like now okay. So like my I don't even know how to start this story, okay? So like my father, it was five of us kids. Let me just say it like that. It was five of us, okay? So because I wanna make it clear that I understand a little bit, now that I'm grown and and have my own children. But so my father always used to buy himself stuff, like he would buy himself ice cream, he would buy himself food, and would not get us anything, child. Okay. We couldn't have none of that ice cream. We couldn't have none of that food he was buying, child. We couldn't have none of it. I mean, now I understand it, like as an adult, it's like you got five kids. And like if you're a hardworking parent, sometimes, like those little things that you could do for yourself, those little like treats or, stuff that you do, like maybe you can't do it for everybody, like, you can't do it for all the kids and stuff, but if you're a hardworking person, then maybe you just feel like, look, I deserve this. I work hard for it. I got my ice cream. I ain't trying to share with all them chilling, eating up all my ice cream. But when we was kids, we felt the ways about it because it was like, what about us? We like ice cream too, you know. So as a kid, you don't really understand that. But like now, okay, I can see, you wanted that for yourself, you give all your kids some ice cream, that whole thing gonna be gone. I understand, right? So, but as a kid, he always used to get this butter pecan ice cream. That was his favorite. And the crazy part is he would always make us go fix it. Like, dude, you ain't gonna give us a scoop. we gotta fix it. He would send us to the kitchen for it. And then he liked it with grape soda, right? So he would put grape soda in it and make it a like a float. But like with grape soda and butter pecan ice cream, I can't. But he did it. He liked it. Okay. Now, but the butter pecan ice cream, now I like that. And I like the grape soda too, but just not together. Okay. So when my father wasn't looking, when we went home, we would, us kids, we would sneak the ice cream. Because, what else we supposed to do? You ain't going to give us none. And we want some. We going to steal it. Okay. So we did. But now we thought we was being slick. But I mean, after a few of us steal a scoop of ice cream, you're going to notice that, like 3 kids or 4 or 5 kids took a scoop of your ice cream because then it's going to be obvious, right? But that ain't the point. The point is that me and my brother, we decided one day that we wanted some ice cream. We wanted some of my father's ice cream, but we were being creative. So we were like, oh, let's make us some ice cream sandwiches, right? But how you make ice cream sandwiches, right? Well, our brilliant minds, being the kids that we are, we were like, let's use bread, let's use regular bread. And I mean, my husband, he was like, well, what kind of bread was it? Like probably some white bread, like just a regular cheap old white bread. Cause again, 5 kids. So you're not gonna be buying no, special. We're not no nature's own. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be like some old low brand, probably. In fact, we used to go to the bakery and y'all remember those, like when they used to have the bakeries? Like they don't have those bakery stores anymore. Like it's like they've done away with all of those. But they used to have those bakery stores where they would have like you would get the bread and you'd be able to get like other kinds of, pastry type stuff or like, your bread products, right? Anyways, so I'm pretty sure it was like one of them cheap ones from one of them bread stores or one of those that like the bread that they didn't sell, they would like discount it or give it away. That was probably the bread. It was, okay. That was the bread. Child, tell me why me and my little brother Trey, we toasted the bread, honey, and we spread the ice cream and made us an ice cream sandwich. And I'm just thinking it was like, not, you know what I'm saying? When I look back on it, like it was innovative, it was creative, it was us being little geniuses. What, how else would you describe that? You know what I'm saying? So yes, we did the whole ice cream sandwich thing. And I'm just trying to figure out, now that I'm, telling this story, and I've told several of the family members about this, who's gonna try it? That's what I want to know. Who is going to try the ice cream sandwich with white bread, toasted white bread? Child, that don't sound good. That don't sound good. It didn't sound good to a bunch of the family members either. They were like, my cousin Laura was like, no. Okay, that's all she could say. She just looked at me. She just looked at me while I was telling the story, like it was like a touch of pity. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell she had a touch of pity as she was looking at me, like, oh, you poor thing. You know what I'm saying? Your childhood really was traumatized. You know what I'm saying? That's how she was looking at me. But y'all, I really felt like that was a good idea at the time. And I remember it being good, but I don't remember ever doing it again. Like, I don't remember ever trying that again, y'all. But I do remember it being good. In fact, I think probably the closest thing I've tried, like that was somewhat similar, is like graham crackers and butter pecan ice cream, which is delicious. Okay. Child. Now watch one of y'all try that. I want to hear about it. If y'all try that, please let me know. In fact, like take a picture of it and send it to me. Okay, because like I ain't gonna believe it unless you take a picture of it. I gotta see it, honey. Okay. So, anyways, that's what happened on the cruise, child. We had a good old time. I did a lot of filming, but I really wanted to enjoy it. So, I always feel like I didn't take enough pictures, even though I took so many video shots and probably over 200 pictures, but I always still feel like I missed so much of the events and the moments and the laughs and, all of those, little things that you just want to capture, those little moments and memories. So that was the cruise, child. I think that I'm going to be part of the committee for next, the next family reunion in 2 years, because it's going to be, it's going to be local, somewhat local. I mean, Gaston's only 45 minutes away from here. But so I think I'm going to be part of that committee since I'm, one of the people who is close by. I know my husband, he's always involved because he's the one who does all the financial stuff. He like all the accounting stuff for the family. He does all that. So he's always involved anyway. So I think this next one, I'm going to probably get involved in this. And there's some things that I'm planning this year. You guys know that I've been working on my next book now for the past week. Since we've been back from that cruise, I have not touched this book. Do y'all hear me? I haven't touched it. And I low-key feel a ways about it, but then I low-key don't, because sometimes it's really good to take a break from your book while you're working on it. Like it's good to take a significant amount of time away from looking at it, thinking about it, mulling over it, moving stuff around in it. It's good to take a break. So I'm grateful for that, and thinking that, I'm just gonna be like, God, you made this happen. You're gonna work this out for my good, even though, I planned on getting right back to work on the book after the cruise, right? The cruise was supposed to be my break from the book, but it turned out, being sick, also caused me to have to take a break from the book. So I'm going to start back working on it, and it's going to be coming out the end of summer. At the end of summer, I also have a lot of other events that are going to be that I'm planning, and some of them centered around the book release and all that, but some of them just centered around other organizations that I'm a part of. But I want you guys to be involved in that. Like, I'm really part of organizations that anybody pretty much can be a part of, as long as you're, I think as long as you're a professional pretty much, or a business owner, then you can be involved, in most of the organizations that I'm a part of. And not that you would have to be, or you need to be involved in any of these organizations, but it's good to be involved in your community in some way. One thing that I want to do centered around the release of this next book is a lot of local work. So I have a local campaign that I am putting together, that I'm going to be talking to, a few of the local community leaders and influencers, and, just change makers in the community, because, excuse me, y'all. One thing that I always despised, y'all, when I was growing up, being, a preacher's daughter, double preacher's daughter, actually, because you guys know my mom was the co-pastor. And one thing that I despised that my father did was he always made it was like everything outside of our home was more important to him. So it was like what he did in the church, what he did in the community, the things that he could be looked at and, but basically like adored and elevated because he's doing these things, or because he's being visible, or whatever. It seemed like everything outside of the home was more important. And I really didn't feel like my father really like took care of home, that we were his priority, that we were his first ministry, that, that's where his heart was. It was like none of that. And so that's one thing that I want to do different, as I am kind of like, rising up, I guess, into my ministry, and I'm putting air quotes around it, because it's not the same as what my father's doing. I don't see myself in a church. I don't see myself behind a pulpit. But I do see myself bringing people to Christ. I still see myself doing kingdom work, and that's what I'm doing. But I just don't do it in the way that he saw me doing it, in the way that he was grooming me to do it, or in the way that he does it. So, like I was saying, one thing that I want to do differently is do more at home. Like home needs to be taken care of first. And that's like in the literal sense, as in, my home and the space that you see me in now, and also in the sense of my community, in the home in which I live, the community in which I live, right? The county, the city, the state, and then, working my way out, as it seems, like starting at home first, at the smallest home base, which is right here inside me, right? That's where the change first started, was right here inside. And then I expanded out into my relationships, into my own home, into my own family, into my church, into my organizations, into my city, into my, and then like expanding. I always believe that the biggest impact you make starts with like just a drop. When I was in getting my second master's degree, I used this analogy in one of the papers that I wrote, and my teacher loved it, and she raved about this example of how just a drop of water, like when you think about it, in if you just like look at a cup of anything, and you just take just one drop, right? And then you just look at how that one drop causes a ripple effect that starts right there where that impact first happened, and then moves outward and outward and outward. And you can see how that one drop starts a ripple effect that just keeps going out. And I feel like, I believe, not feel like, I believe, I know in my spirit that is how and change should happen, right? Real lasting change doesn't happen on this large grand scale at first. It happens by this one change. And sometimes that one little change is you. And then you begin to see that once you change this one drop, right? This one person, this one being, this one heart, this one mind is changed. And then that creates a ripple effect of change, right? So then my kids are changed, my husband is changed, my mother's changed, my father's changed, my brothers are changed. You see what I'm saying? Like things begin to happen once that one impact is made. And so I believe that that's how it happens, and that's how I'm gonna do it, you know. And so when I launched this local campaign um, this summer, along with the book release and along with other events that I'm doing, that is going to be where my heart is. It's like I'm starting at home first, you know, and then we're going to expand out, and so that we can see the change happen on a macro level. Happens on a micro level first, then it happens on a macro level. Okay, so that's how that thing gonna go, honey. So those are my life updates, child. I'm still on the men's. I'm today was like my first day like out of the house for real. My first day put on some makeup. Y'all, I had my hair wrapped up. I just got my hair done yesterday. And this hair this y'all, when I tell y'all she got this hair tight. Tight, honey. Ooh, I feel like I got a facelift. You know what I'm saying? Like, can y'all see my scalp screaming? But anyway, so I got my hair retied yesterday, so it's super tight right now. In fact, this is probably like one of the only hairstyles I can do. I can't even hardly move these locks in the front. This is so tight. Like, give it a couple days, child, and I'll be back to doing all kind of little hairstyles. But so that's what's going on with me. I'm still on the men's. I think I'm going to probably just like rest for the rest of the evening, because I have a tendency to try to overdo it when I feel a little bit better. It's like a lot of us probably do. And so I gotta realize, recognize that about myself. It's a pattern that I typically have, where I just overestimate how good I feel or how much better I feel, and then I jump out there doing a little too much. So today I had a meeting. I was out of the house. I got up, child, got myself cleaned up, did something to this head, put my face on, honey, and went to this meeting. Now I've done a video for you guys. Okay. I really feel like I've done enough. I've done enough today. Okay. Like, I met the quota for today. So it's time for me to just relax and continue to nurse this sickness away, so it doesn't backfire on me and make things worse. So I'm gonna let y'all go. I love y'all. Y'all know I do. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the page. I also wanted to ask y'all something. What do y'all think about doing a live listening party for the audiobook? Like, let me know what y'all think about that, because I have several of the episodes out right now. It's on my page. It's best to go to my YouTube page, you guys, if y'all are looking at me on other platforms. I'm streaming on multiple platforms right now. So if you're seeing us on any other page, go to YouTube, the pastor's daughter, Delores, the pastor's daughter page, and you will see the episodes of the case of the narcissistic pastor, the case of the religious narcissist. You'll see the book cast. You'll see that on there, so you can check out those episodes. But I'm thinking, you guys, it'll be nice if we could do like a live listening party together. Maybe you guys get your snacks. Maybe y'all can come on here. Like, I can have I could probably have I can have like 10 people on here at a time, y'all. Like, we can get on here, we can make a whole party of it, okay? Like a audiobook listening party. So y'all let me know what you think. I might get a couple people together to do it, and like we could just see how it goes, how it flows. If y'all like it, then we can continue doing it. There are like 17 episodes of the audiobook. Like, there's 15 actual episodes, and then there's some other episodes like the introduction and all that. So I think there's like maybe like 18 episodes that we can watch together, y'all, and talk about that stuff, okay? So y'all let me know. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think, or get in my inbox, child. However you want to communicate with me. All my information is on all of my platforms. Okay, so I love you guys, and remember, you are important to me. I need you to survive. Okay, I love y'all. Bye bye for now.